What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I'm here today to rank Taylor Swift's B-sides and really unreleased material. So we're going to be going through quite a few things. She has quite a few songs that are not officially on her album. So we got the B-sides, we have like the deluxe songs, so the songs added on through maybe like Target. We have songs she's made for movies, and so we have a lot to discuss. I'm not going to explain every single song. Instead, I'm just going to run through the list firstly, from worst to best. I'm going to kind of chunk them into groups, and I'm going to explain certain ones, maybe in each kind of like level of good or bad. I'm going to explain why I put them there. I did not include collaborations. In fact, I didn't even include I Don't Want to Live Forever. To be honest, I didn't even want to put that on here. It's a decent song. It's not my favorite song by her at all. It's close to the bottom. It's not the worst song I've ever heard from her, but it's a song sung half her, half Zayn. So I didn't want to include that one, and just so you know, as I'm going through this list, I did not include collaborations. I also didn't include songs that she wrote for other people that they sang. I didn't include those songs. So I'm going to go through my list. I think I have 24 songs. I'm just going to go straight through them. Really quickly, just to kind of preview what we're going to be doing next week, is we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Still Taylor Swift. I want to talk about her acting. Now, she's acted in quite a few things throughout her career. Valentine's Day is probably her biggest performance to date. A lot of scenes with her actually in it, as well as New Girl and even CSI. She was in CSI back when she was super young, I think 16 years old. So she's been in several things. I want to talk about that. I think it would be a little bit fun. I think it would be a little bit different from talking about her music. We're definitely going to go back to her music. I have quite a few ideas. Also, we're talking to one of you girls, actually, and you gave me a couple ideas as well. So we'll be getting to all of your suggestions. As always, if you have more suggestions that you want me to do anything, make sure to leave in the comments below. I will get to all of them. And also, you know, if you just have anything to say to me, and I will definitely write back, as I'm trying to do more and more. So that's for next week, talking about her acting. So let's get into this list, her B-sides and unreleased material. I'm just going to rapid fire. I'm going to go from worst to best. I'm going to go in order, and then I'm going to pick apart some of the songs and say why I put them where I put them. So I'm going to be looking down for the majority of this, at least when I'm reading them out loud, so I hope you guys don't mind. Okay, we have I Heart ? Safe and Sound, I'd Lie, Beautiful Eyes, Ronin, The Moment I Knew, Come Back, Be Here, Girl at Home, The Other Side of the Door, Comin' with the Rain, Crazier, You Are in Love, Untouchable, Sweeter Than Fiction, Eyes Open, Wonderland, Ours, Today Was a Fairy Tale, Superman, Jump Then Fall, If This Was a Movie, New Romantics, Superstar. So that is a lot of songs, and what I kind of did is I actually ranked them. I don't do this with anything. I don't give number scores, but I felt like for so many of these songs, I mean, there's 24 songs here. That's a lot of songs. I didn't think I'd be able to listen to them and really put them specifically in order of where I thought. So I gave them all number scores. So I didn't write the number scores down here. I have it in my computer, but those number scores kind of just helped me put it in an area where I felt they fit. So that's my ranking. I want to know your rankings in the comments below. Definitely give me your rankings of those songs I mentioned. But I want to just clarify a couple of things. So I want to go through the list again and say the songs I definitively put above the others and which songs are part of a grouping, because I did that as well. So let's go through it one more time. I Heart ? Is my least favorite. It's a rip-off song, I think, of Our Song. It sounds a lot like Our Song. It's got the same kind of pattern of guitar work in the background. It's also got the same kind of vocals from her where she's trying to make things rhyme, but it just has the same rhythmic country sound from her as in Our Song. And Our Song is not one of my favorite songs by her. If you guys have watched this for a while, you would know that. So this song, it feels like a rip-off version and a lower quality version of that. So that's why that's at the worst song of this list. But we're going to keep going. Safe and Sound is the next one. Safe and Sound is a song that I thought I would like, and it's not bad, but Taylor keeps a pitch that seems like it's an uncomfortable tone and pitch for her voice, and she doesn't go anywhere else with it. I thought she would do something with it, but it doesn't really go anywhere, and that was honestly disappointing. Now I put I'd Lie, Beautiful Eyes, and Ronin all together. I put them all in the same category. Beautiful Eyes was originally higher than the other two, than Ronin and I'd Lie, but after listening to Beautiful Eyes again, her voice is very shaky in Beautiful Eyes. I like it overall, but her voice actually, for once in a blue moon, because it honestly doesn't happen that often, her voice definitely holds that song back, which is a little strange. Ronin is pretty decent though, but again, Ronin is a very kind of somber, more like whispering kind of song that I definitely like, but again, it doesn't really go anywhere. You feel like she's had songs like this in the past, and then she kind of erupts at the end, and she reaches a new pitch, or the music kind of orchestrates into one big sound, and it doesn't really do that with Ronin. In fact, it doesn't do it at all. It kind of just stays the same as Safe and Sound. But I put I'd Lie, Beautiful Eyes, and Ronin in the same category. Then I have The Moment I Knew. I think that belongs where it belongs. Now, a funny thing with this is, The Moment I Knew, Come Back, Be Here, and Girl at Home, firstly, they're all in a row, and they're all from Red. And when I first listened to Red and I heard those bonus songs, I actually didn't like them at all. I thought they were pretty bad. I think I said that in the review. They're my least favorite, and I think they're the weakest B-sides of them. Now, technically they are. But they're actually better than I gave them credit for. I can actually see myself listening to them. Come Back, Be Here is actually a decent song, and Girl at Home reminds me of The Lucky One, but actually better. I kind of didn't like The Lucky One in Red. I thought it was firstly a little misplaced coming towards near the end of the album, but I just didn't like the beats, and even her voice is very different, which I can appreciate, but I just didn't like it overall. And this song, Girl at Home, reminds me of The Lucky One, but I think it does it better in a way. I actually would put Lucky One if I had it higher or like worse on this list. So I put Girl at Home, but Come Back, Be Here, and Girl at Home are in the same tier. So I'd interchange them. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. Then it starts getting to where each one is just better than the other. The Other Side of the Door and Come In With the Rain, those are the next two. And again, these two songs I didn't actually like the first time I heard it either. The Other Side of the Door, I don't exactly like when she's singing The Other Side of the Door. It's very country, it's very, again, her voice kind of shakes. But the verses in this song definitely actually carried. I do like the verses. And Comin' With the Rain is actually a really good song. I actually enjoy Comin' With the Rain. I didn't like it the first time I heard it. But definitely after repeat listenings, I think it belongs there. Crazier is next. And now we've reached I think when I put numbers on these, Crazier was like an 8. Was probably around 8. So these are not bad songs. Crazier, I really like it, especially when she's saying Crazier, Crazier. I love her voice. Her voice sounds really beautiful and really strong. And I think actually, just when she's singing Crazier, Crazier, and her voice kind of escalates a little bit, that's my favorite part of the song. And I just do think it's so beautiful that that's definitely why it belongs there. Now, right after that, I put You Are In Love. Now, I think You Are In Love is overall a better song than Crazier, just by a little. You Are In Love is and we talked about this in the 1989 review, it's just a little bit different. It's got a more, not really like a darker feel, but you know, her voice is kind of pushed back. There's a lot of like echoes or like a lot of noises, like pitches in the song. So I definitely like that. I like the diversity of that song. I think overall, especially with songwriting, I think that song is a little bit stronger than Crazier, but I actually really enjoy Crazier and am going to enjoy listening to it over and over again in the future. Untouchable was next, and Untouchable I think definitely deserves the spot it has above the rest of them. Untouchable, again, is a song I didn't give enough credit to, I don't think, but I really like Untouchable. The whole song, especially just when she starts, and then when she starts, this is a song that seems pretty mellow, and then it kind of has like a build-up, and it kind of escalates, and everything comes together. The music comes together, her voice comes together, it's a lot more stronger, it's a lot more powerful. I definitely like it. It's a song that slipped by me in Fearless the first time, and it's not going to do it again. I really like this song. Sweeter Than Fiction and Eyes Open are tied. They're next up of their tier. They're in the same tier. And I think they belong. They're Sweeter Than Fiction. I've always liked that song. A little bit faster paced song, but it doesn't have the greatest sound in the world. Like there's some songs that I prefer better than it. I like it mainly towards the end, right when it comes back and she has just when she's singing at the very end. I do really like that. And Eyes Open has a really cool catch when she's like, keep your eyes open. I really like that part of it too. So that drives that song home for me. Wonderland is next. Wonderland, again, very powerful song. I really like her voice in it. First song after Clean, if you listen to 1989 like straight through it, I think Wonderland is a really strong song, really powerful song, so I definitely put that there. Ours, now Ours used to be, and I always thought of it as one of my favorite songs by Taylor Swift just in general. Now, you know, going through this list, I did put several songs ahead of it. I think ours is very catchy. I like the background of ours. It sounds like kind of like this cute little mixing thing that she had going on. I like that she had a music video for it, which I think is very odd for a B-side. But it's a very beautiful song. I like her voice. I like the music video just in general, and I think it's a really, really good song. It used to be, like I said, one of my personal favorite songs by her. I think after listening to just more songs of her, it slipped a little bit, but it still kind of holds a memory in my heart, so I definitely still really, really like it. Today Was a Fairy Tale. I've always liked this song. Before I listened to her complete albums, like years ago, I thought this was on one of her albums, but it's not. So this is a really, really good song. Definitely fits into the more Speak Now and Red kind of feel. It really, really sounds like if you mix both of those two together, and I definitely like that sound overall. Superman. Now, I always looked at Superman to be below ours. I always thought ours was better than Superman. Superman is really good, and I think on some of yours, like the most disappointing or the worst song on each album or whatever, one of those videos, some people put Superman as being one of the weaker songs on Speak Now. I don't agree. I think firstly, Speak Now doesn't really have any weak songs just in general, maybe one. But Superman, I think, is a beautiful, beautiful song. Really like the guitar work in the background. I really like Taylor's voice. I think it's a phenomenal song, and even for a B-side, it's better than a lot of her first album, Taylor Swift, and also Fearless. Now we get to the really hard one. So I remember when I rated these, I gave the next song, Jump Then Fall, I think I gave it a 9 or 9.5. I really like this song. Now, this is a song I do remember somebody saying it's their worst song on Fearless. I don't see it. Her voice is very cute and very like beautiful, very innocent sounding in Jump Then Fall. I really like the beginning, the nice little rockish country guitar thing they go when they do like the palm mutes and they stop the guitar or they stop the banjo or whatever mixture of the two they have in it. I really like how the song starts, and you would think someone like me doesn't like that, but then right when it gets into it, she's got a really nice way of rhyming and pausing herself. I like it when she pauses in between words, just in the actual verses, just when she's trying to rhyme things. I really do like it. I think it's shown more and more, like in Reputation, people didn't really like certain songs that had that kind of pause and stoppages, but I actually really, really enjoy it. And I think Jump Then Fall is a perfect song that has that, and also has, again, just the bringing together, has her voice being very powerful, but I love her voice in this. It's still when she's pretty young, so she sounds like more innocent, but she sounds like more cute. But it works really well with the music behind her, with the guitar work, and with just her voice. It's a really, really nice song. I had, now, the last three I gave perfect 10s to, okay? If this was a movie, New Romantic, Superstar. Now, if you told me, Alex, there's a gun to my head, he's behind me, he's holding a gun to my head, which one are you choosing? The order is, if this was a movie, New Romantics, Superstar. Superstar being at the top. So, number 1, Superstar, 2, New Romantics, 3, if this was a movie. If this was a movie, it's a really, really good song. It's got some really cool guitar work. I really like it. I can play it. And it's a hard song to play, actually, on the guitar, because your fingers get tired, and sometimes I miss a string, and it's not the easiest song to play. It's actually one of probably the hardest Taylor Swift guitar song to play. But this is a really, really good song, from guitar to just background music to her voice. Again, this is a really good song just coming from her voice, and it's more of like a pop rock song. And again, part of Speak Now, part of the reason why Speak Now is just such it's such a good album. And then you have Superman, Ours, and If This Was a Movie in the B-side. So these 3 songs just round out a spectacular album. So if I had to choose, I'd say If This Was a Movie was definitely 3rd. New Romantics and Superstar, you can swap. You can swap them. Once I heard New Romantics the first time, I think I would have said it was my favorite song. So I would have put it at number 1. And maybe it's just because that happened like a month ago, and I still listen to New Romantics like once every 3 days or something. It's a really fun song. I like the beat behind her. I like her voice. I like when she says, "Please Take Me Dancing." I like when she comes back with that towards the end. I like the stoppages, again, she kind of has, and she has her own, you know, the things she does in between each verse. I really like that. This song is extremely good. It ends 1989. It's technically, I mean, clean ends it, but then this is the deluxe exclusive, you know, the bonus track that ends the album, and I think it works really, really well. This is a very powerful song, a song that they made a music video on, kind of just a grouping of all of her tour, you know, highlights and stuff, those kind of things that they do. They did it for Red, too. But I really like this song. This song used to be probably my number one. Again, I think it switches. Superstar is a really beautiful song. I think it's got some very powerful lyrics and it really tells an actually really fun story, a really kind of even an emotional story, but it tells a really strong one. Her voice, again, with the kind of innocent young feeling mixed in, I really like it. I really like when she starts, so dim this spotlight. I like when when that leads into the rest of the lyrics. I really like that. I like the guitar work in the background when she's saying like "sweet superstar," especially at the ending when just she lets the guitar player kind of just do his own thing, and it obviously follows a progression and stuff. But it's a really beautiful song. Like, you can just listen to it in the background of anything. It just sounds really beautiful. So this song, you know, when I heard it, when I was looking through, I think I started listening to it again probably like 3-4 weeks ago. I had heard it before, but it just didn't get me. You know, you can even go back, you can watch the Fearless review, and I did not give these songs, I think, as much praise as they deserve. Superstar and Untouchable, for sure, are songs that really should be spoken of, that are fantastic B-sides and some of the best songs she's ever made. I mean, I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to say Superstar is definitely one of my favorite songs she's ever made. I just put it at the top of the B-sides, which is 24 of the songs that, and you know, she's made hundreds of songs, but 24 is actually quite a lot of songs. Superstar is a very truly special song and definitely deserves the top of my list, but also deserves the recognition of one of the best songs Taylor Swift has ever made. And I will be sure to remember this and remember this list when I'm thinking about ranking every one of her songs, which will eventually come. It's going to take a while, but I think we'll slowly actually build just through other lists into that. So again, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What is your ranking for those songs listed? Let me know if I missed any. I don't think I did, but if I did, make sure you write them and I can just tell you really quickly. I'll just comment back on your comment and tell you where I would put it on my list. So we can definitely just do a quick edit in there. Again, next week we're going to be talking about her as an actor. So next Sunday we're going to be talking about her acting roles, and maybe we can even theorize, you know, would she do more of it? You know, were they just one-offs? How did she actually do as an actress? And we can talk about that. It'll be a fun little going away from the music just for 1 week. So definitely let me know what you think about that as well in the comments here. I can include some of those in next week's video as well. Okay, so thank you guys and girls as always for watching. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to keep doing this Taylor Swift content as much as possible every single Sunday, most Sundays, at least for now. There will be some new announcements regarding Taylor Swift content. Eventually, maybe next week, we'll talk about kind of the future of these Taylor Swift videos, but they're still going to come. We're not going to stop. They're going to come out probably just forever. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel for more. Share it to your friends. Do all that cool stuff. I will see you guys for next Sunday's video.